This is Nicole Raleigh from Pharma Forum. I'm in Berlin for Frontiers Health 2025, where we've just been listening to the panel Innovative Modalities, Archetypes for Scalable Healthcare Transformation. I'm going to let each of the panelists introduce themselves before, if you will, sharing your key takeaway from that discussion.
Thank you. I'm Daniel Diezi, Senior Vice President at Gerresheimer, heading the business for new businesses and innovation. Today, for me, it was key that technology is maturing, technology is there and works. Now, the next step is really how we're going to work together with the different elements in healthcare, drug delivery, digital therapeutics, sensor technologies, how we integrate that, how we work together in an ecosystem, partnering and getting also transparency within the ecosystem so that these systems really gonna work together and have an impact for the patients.
I'm Alberta Spreafico, Senior Vice President of Health Innovation at EVERSANA. I think that from today's panel, a key message that emerged is that we are really seeing already new treatment modalities, leveraging digital innovation, but also behavior change and behavioral science techniques, but also coaching with both human and digitally powered, and of course AI enhancing that. We're also seeing innovative ways to deliver those treatments, and also innovative ways on how we assess and generate evidence around them. Key takeaway is that we need to make that scale together, and key partnerships are key for that to really scale and generate value in Europe and globally.
Hi, thank you. My name is David Klein. I'm the founder and CEO of Therapeutics. In collaboration with our partner Otsuka last year, we had the first ever FDA authorized app to treat major depressive disorder symptoms. And actually just a few months ago, we had the first ever FDA authorized app for the preventive treatment of episodic migraine. And actually recently also announced pivotal trial data in collaboration with our partner, Boehringer Ingelheim, that we hit our primary endpoint in our schizophrenia study. So I think, what we're seeing here, and my key takeaway is that the clinical data is there. We are seeing clinical outcomes in this space that's really, nothing short of magnificent for all these unmet needs and things that the patient communities will really benefit from. And it does feel to me, from everything going on and from all of what I heard at the conference today and yesterday, and from what people are saying and other, industry touch points, that the industry, could very well be at an inflection point. I think, so often people lose sight of the fact that, industries don't really move at these kind of just linear inflection type points. They often will just kind of take off like that. And I think Meri put it wisely and exactly right, that a bit of FOMO could be the spark here. And I would expect to see, to really see this space take off in the next, coming months and very few years. So,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, thanks. My name is Meri Beckwith, co-founder, co-CEO of Lindus Health. We run faster, more reliable clinical trials for drugs and device products, but we have a lot of experience in the sort of digital health and drug device combination space. So my key takeaway from the discussion was one, the very exciting results that David and Click have shared, but two, I think if we are at that inflection point, how important consumer preferences are for driving that. So we've seen the consumerization of healthcare kick into overdrive, right, in the last few years, driven by AI, driven by metabolic health, where consumers are, more connected and more aware of these treatments than they ever have been before. They're going to compound pharmacies. They're asking for treatments by brand name. And I think that connection with the consumer has sort of forced pharma companies to get really serious about, okay, how do I differentiate my product in an increasingly competitive landscape? How do I maintain that sort of branded connection with the consumer? And that spurred a lot of interest in, companion apps, drug device combination products. Legislation like Peter's in the US has been really important for that as well. So yeah, it feels like an exciting time after a challenging few years in digital health, and in the space generally. And yeah, I'm excited for what's ahead.
And with me now is the last but not least panelist from that discussion, Sokratis Papafloratos, who is CEO and founder of Numan. So I have one question for you, Sokratis.
Sure.
What was your key takeaway from that discussion?
What was really kind of shown through was how much everybody talked about collaboration, the shared insights and motivations from all the different panelists. I think we're approaching kind of a common problem from slightly different angles. And it was great to see both the, if you like, alignment on the things that need to happen, but also the richness and diversity in the approaches that every company is trying to, is pursuing in that kind of common aligned goal.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.